The Maker's grand return is right around the corner, which means Iron Lad and the Ultimates only have so much time to plead their case to the people of Earth, but will their message be enough? Well, let's hop into the pages of the Ultimates issue number 18 and find out what happens next together, shall we? Alrighty then, so as we join the book, Tony and America Chavez are already on the Triskelion. Today is probably the biggest day in their heroic careers. The day that the Ultimates finally reveal themselves to everyone on Earth by taking over the airwaves and broadcasting a message in every single language. And it's a message that will sound very familiar if you've been paying attention not only to this book but to all of the new Ultimate books. Tony says that even as a young boy he felt different, felt that the world he lived in was somehow wrong, like all the joy and promise had been stolen. I mean, how else could so many people starve in a world filled with so much abundance? How could so many people huddle for warmth in the shadow of billion-dollar skyscrapers? How could so many genocides be openly ignored while the planet itself is pilfered? The answer is quite simple. This is all the work of one man, the Maker, as well as his cabal. A cabal made up of religious leaders, captains of industries, and politicians, who have seen fit to turn the people of Earth into cogs feeding their machine until they are eventually broken down and thrown away. Iron Lad says that he and his people have done everything they can to try and oppose the Maker, attack his levers of oppression, destroy his cabal's money-making operations, and battle their many superpowered agents, but it's still not enough. The Maker will be returning soon, and Tony fears that they still might not have what it takes to win that fight. We also see Nick Fury up and desperately try and track Iron Lad's signal. He even talks about maybe using the nuclear option of activating his sleeper agent, Janet Van Dyne. Because truly, the genie that Iron Lad is unleashing here will not go back in the bottle ever again. We even see America Chavez go on her own little side mission to try and earn a sense of justice and satisfaction from Midas, the former president who kept her hostage and used her to power an entire seaboard. Needless to say, it did not end up going well for Midas with this whole reunion thing. Back with Iron Lad, he talks about the army that they've built, made with gods and monsters, all fighting for the cause of freedom, something that the Maker and his cabal hate above all else. It's why they've tried so hard to divide the peoples of the world, to make sure they get lost in distraction, because who wouldn't want to be distracted from a world so horrible and crushing? Iron Lad says that he wants everyone watching to become an Ultimate, to resist, and that there are more ways to resist than simply just fighting. Become a leader to your community, become an organizer, hell, don't even go into work. Sabotage the Maker and his great machine any way you can. He even sets out an olive branch to those within the military and policing industry, saying that they are pawns too, but past sins can be forgiven and redemption found should they work towards it. Hell, that bit of the speech is even nicely juxtaposed with Captain America desperately trying to get Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver on their side. They're young, they're angry, but more than anything they feel that they've done too many bad things to ever be accepted. But as Steve is very quick to tell them, there's never a wrong time to try and be good, and that there are people out there who will understand. After all, it's not like the world didn't already hurt them first. And Iron Lad's words find very eager ears, as all over the world we see everyday people arm themselves and step up to the challenge. We even get some nice little snapshots of where a bunch of other characters from previous stories are, like Ren the Revolutionary, as well as Danny Rand and Shen-Chi, who it seems are climbing a giant mountain and looking for the gate to heaven. Gotta wonder if that's gonna actually be important later. The situation really starts to heat up in New York City as demonstrators end up clashing with the local police. The agents of HAND say they've actually managed to track Iron Lad's signal to its source, but at that point Nick Fury says there's no point. Everything they've feared, everything they have tried so hard to stop has come to pass. The revolution is here now and there will be no stopping it. Tony finishes his speech by saying that wherever you are, whoever you are, if you're seeing this message, consider this an open invitation. Be a hero, be an Ultimate. Heroes are everywhere. They can be anyone, even you. The enemy's power over us is inversely proportional to our connection to each other. They can't stop us all. So rise up, and oh man, if you don't feel like he is talking directly to you as the reader as the comic comes to a close, then I don't even know anymore, man. And so that was the Ultimates issue number 18, everybody, and oh man, I really think when we look back at this comic many years in the future, we are going to be amazed that works of art like this and Andor were able to come out in the times that we currently live in, times that feel all too much like a dystopian comic book future. In the past, I've called Dennis Camp's writing on this to be a fiery modern polemic, an excellent use of superheroes and the comic book art form to deliver socio-political commentary that just could not feel more timely and topical. I did, however, say that I didn't think it was particularly dangerous if I definitely felt it was subversive. This issue actually changes my mind. This is a full-on 22-page call to action that regularly blurs the line between fantasy and reality. It might very well be one of the most affecting single issues I have read all year round, hell, read in a long time for that matter. One that perfectly sets the stage for the big finale of this brand new Ultimate Universe, and really, the longer it goes on, the more I have to ask myself, why did they decide to end this so prematurely? I'm not an overly conspiratorial thinking person, but is it because the messages in this story became so much more text than subtext and it started to scare the crap out of the publisher? I don't know. What I do know is that in a series filled with absolute creative heights, I think this issue in particular is the diamond in Dennis Camp's crown, and I think we're going to be talking about this Ultimate series long after it's all said and done, which is why I would actually give this one a very well-deserved 10 out of 10. This feels like so much more than just another superhero comic. This story and this run feel actually culturally important, which is something I do not say lightly. I don't know how all of this new Ultimate stuff is going to end, but if they can capture just a fraction of what this single issue here managed to do, then I think it's all going to go out on a very high note. Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again, thanking you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out my Amazon link down in the description. Yes, that's right, the Cape Joel channel officially has its own Amazon storefront now. You can pick up a comic or anything else for that matter, and if you did, you'd really be helping me and the channel. So with that out of the way everyone, I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.